estate in the Charlotte metro region. My name is Ann Rudd, and this is your news for today. So, today, what I'm talking about is I want to talk a little bit about what's going on nationally with mortgages. I keep a really close watch on what's happening, and then we're going to do a neighborhood highlight today because I've been in this neighborhood a lot this week and over the last couple of weeks, and I want to talk about it. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I've got to get all my little things here. So here's what I want to look at first. I'm going to hit this button, and we are going to look at, yeah. All right. So what we have here is mortgage purchase application index. Okay. What does that mean? So what this is the number of, and I'm trying to move something around here, guys. The number of mortgage purchase applications that are occurring. You can see over on the bottom that we've got the date. So we've got 2015, 2015, 2015, and now we're looking at so I'm sorry, I was looking at this totally wrong. Okay, so here is 2025 versus 2024 and what's going on in mortgage purchase applications. So just forget what I was saying before. So if you look at what's going on in mortgage purchase applications, so these are people that are applying for loans, okay? What's happening this time last year versus today, this month, okay? And so let's take a look at May. Here's April. And you can see last April 2024, mortgage purchase applications took a dip. And what happened this past month, we took a big jump up, but then they dropped. But see, they are dropping here again in this time last year. So here's the thing. We got a lot of political junk going on right now, and I'm not even going to begin to get into it, but it's scaring people. And I see that. I see it every day. I have a couple that took a house off the market because they're really afraid of what's going on with the politics of the United States right now. And I am not going to give my opinion on it, except to say that it has frightened people. And we're seeing a lot of interest rates jump up. It's not been a good couple of weeks for interest rates. So we have to watch this very closely. Now, yesterday, there was a court decision that might actually have an impact on mortgage applications that may be really positive. So if you are negotiating a transaction right now, or you've just gone under contract and you haven't locked your rate, you might want to take a look at that this week, because there was a court decision yesterday, and it's from a lower court, and I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I think that there was some positive reaction to it. So when the stock market has some positive reactions, you're going to see interest rates pop down. Okay. So this is what's happening. And do I see, look, there's some movement here. And I think part of the movement is that we number one, people have some fear. Okay. Interest rates are not coming down like we had hoped they would. But we are still seeing decent application numbers. And what's that telling me? That there are segments of our population that are out there buying homes. And I can tell you from a point of view, working with someone in the 1.8 to 2.5 market, it's a hot market there. And I was surprised by it. It's not that I didn't know that it was a competitive market, but there is definitely more competition there than I thought there was. So this is point number one. Additionally, let me show you another graph that I have here that I think that will be really, really interesting for housing prices. Okay. Now, again, this is, you can see January 2000 to January 2025. You can see median home prices and what they're doing. Okay. And so what we're looking at is median home prices on the blue, existing homes. And the red, we're seeing new home prices. Okay. So, and look, what happened in 21, 22? Prices spiked. Okay. And then after 22, midway through 22, interest rates started to go up a lot. And so it really put a damper on home sales. Okay. But look at what's going on with existing home sales right now. You know, it has the new homes have dampened a little bit, but I don't know if you've taken a look at the incentives that home builders are offering right now, but they are significant. Home builders are bending over backwards for you buyers. So if you had any thoughts of purchasing and wanted to see what kinds of incentives there are, one of the more common incentives I'm seeing right now is 6% in closing costs. So 3% would go to pay for the closing costs that you need, like a normal, usually typically 2.5 to 3%. And then other 3% is used for a rate buy down. And that could be a significant rate buy down for you. Another one that I'm seeing with mortgage companies that have, or builders that have mortgage companies, they're offering a 4.9% interest rate for a certain period of time. So these are things that builders are doing to get folks in the door and sell homes, and they are bending over backwards for you. So I'm not surprised, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see this median home price kind of jump back up a little bit, because but we'll just have to take a look. If we can get interest rates down, you're going to see pricing rise again, because we're going to have more people in the market. And that's just the way that it is. But it's really interesting to look at this 10-year run, actually 15-year run, and see what home prices have done. And yeah, there have been some peaks and valleys here, but for the most part, okay, 08, no kidding. Everything dropped in 08. But then that was on a pretty consistent rise until we hit COVID, January 20 to 21. And then things really jumped, and they jumped again, and they've been kind of jumping. So we'll keep an eye on this. I'm interested in what's happening in the market. I really am. I'm so interested in what's going on. And then this little chart right here, this little map, talks about 5-year home price gains since pre-COVID. So 2020 quarter one to today, 2025 quarter one. And look at North Carolina, guys, 68.9%. Look at South Carolina, 68.4%. And I think that for the most part, this is predictable here. Where have people been moving to? They've been moving to Texas. They've been moving to the Southeast. They've been moving to the Deep South. They've been moving to Montana and Wyoming and sort of this corridor. I'm really interested in this because, what in the world is going on with Maine at a 75% price change? But we know that there maybe were more people that moved there from larger cities and had some cash to throw down. So that's really interesting. I just wanted to show this to you because we are seeing some softening of pricing. We're seeing more price reductions. And this is so important to us as real estate agents and talking about buyers and sellers. And we're going to look at a neighborhood that has a lot of inventory right now. And I think it's worth taking a look at, because this is happening in more than one neighborhood. So let's take a look at my MLS thing here. Okay. So here's what I'm looking at. This is a neighborhood. And here, let me show you the little map of it. This is a neighborhood that I've been in for the last 3 weeks or so, and it is called Firethorn. Okay. Firethorn is, take a look. This little dotted line right here is North and South Carolina. Okay. This is Indian Land, Waxhaw, or Fort Mill. This is Waxhaw. Okay. This area is Marvin Schools. This area is Indian Land Schools. Okay. These homes have a higher rated school district than these homes. Okay. Makes sense? Now, this was a neighborhood, and as you can see, all the green space, this is a neighborhood with a golf course. It used to be called Firethorn Golf Course. Now it's Country Club of the Carolinas. And this neighborhood was established in 1998. Okay. Currently, the homes on the market range from 2001 to 2018. And the last home built in the neighborhood was built in 2018 and has just gone under contract. Okay, so let's take a look at this for a minute, and I will show you what's going on in the Firethorn neighborhood. Okay, so this is everything that is sold, active, coming soon, under contract, or sold in the last 12 months. Okay, so if you look here, okay, not a lot has sold, but look what's happening right now. Okay, we have 2 homes coming soon. They'll be on the market this weekend. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 homes active right now, and we have 3 under contract. So here's the thing. There's a lot of inventory in this neighborhood right now. And I am, look, I'm not a fan of people going into a negotiation with a sledgehammer. Okay. It's hard. It's hard to negotiate that. But are there some good homes here? Absolutely. There's some good homes here. Are there some homes here that are, need some updating? Yes, there are homes here that need some updating. And are there some homes here that are, super nice? Yeah, there are. But the majority of homes I see in Firethorn are homes that need a decent amount of updating. Okay. And that's really important for us to know as agents. If you've got a client that says, hey, I want to be in Firethorn, the first thing you've got to say to them is, okay, unless you find a home that's been completely updated and you're going to pay for that, then these homes are, they're going to need some updates. Now, this is a house that just came on as coming soon. Okay. Yesterday. And it is priced at 2.29 million. I always go backwards first because I wanted to see the backyard. This is a really good backyard area, swimming pool. You can look behind it and see it's a private backyard, which is very, very nice, and some beautiful lighting out there. This house is big. It's a big house. It's about 8,000 square feet. And this home, and you can see what it's next to. These are big, giant houses. Okay. And these are homes. And I will say this home looks really good. If you're looking for a white kitchen, here we are. If you don't like brown granite, you can replace it with quartz. But this is a good looking house. It's a monstrous home. It's got a lot of square footage, and you can see from the back, you've got 3 levels. You've got this curved staircase. It's really, really beautiful. And these are all the bathrooms. So it looks like the bathrooms need updating. I'm looking for the primary, and I'm sure I missed it already. I'm really curious about what that is. All carpet, looks like. So this is a house that it's priced at 2.29, right at 2.3. And this home is still going to need flooring. It's probably going to need some bathroom work if you are wanting those updates. And let's go back to the master bath. I'm sorry, I don't think I have seen the primary bathroom. No, no, I have not. So that's going to be an interesting thing for me. There are no attachments, so I can't look at the floor plan. But look, guys, like there's a lot of homes here on the market right now, and let's go to stats and let's take a look at what's going on right now with price per square foot. So price per square foot right now for sold homes average is $316.58 a square foot. Obviously, the larger the home, the less that's going to sell per square foot. Here's a home that sold at $253 a square foot, and the max home has sold for $382. Now, there is a house on the market right now that was listed at $418 a square foot. I don't know if they got full price. I'm thinking they got close, but not quite there. So let's say that house sells at like $395 a square foot. That's going to be the big one for the neighborhood. And so what this is telling me is that prices for the right house, people are paying more for those updated bathrooms and kitchens. Okay. Now here we have on the actives, we have 8 active homes right now. The average price per square foot is the list price right now is at $339. Now look, average sold price is at $316. So here we have a little discrepancy here. So are these home prices going up? I don't know. Here's the max at $462 a square foot. And that is a 7,800 square foot home. I know which home we're talking about. I think it's priced pretty off. What do you think? What do you think? Now, here's our house. Here's the one under contract no show at $400.18 a square foot. And here are our average under contracts at $340.79 a square foot. This is a huge difference. And so we're just going to have to watch what's going on with this market. I will show you the map of what these homes are, where these homes are located. All but one are located in South Carolina, North Carolina. No, 2. I think 2 are in South Carolina. Oh, no, 3. We got 3. So we have a 2.3, we have a 1.8, and we have a 1.4. And then everything else is in North Carolina. And that is also something to take into account. So sometimes it might be worth my time to do the South Carolina data and the North Carolina data, because there is a difference in pricing, because there is a difference in school districts. So this is just the kind of the type of homes we're looking at, just to give you an idea of some of these homes. And the home that's priced at the highest price per square foot is this house. I was going to go to the Brokers Open today, but I am completely packed. This is a home that has a swimming pool, and you can see the sport court in the back. It is a very large home. I think it's 7,800 or so square feet, 4-car garage. It does have a castle look, doesn't it? And it looks like it's in great shape. Although some of these homes, I tell you, are pretty dated. Like, look at the Corinthian column detailing. A lot of this has really gone out of style. I know some of these homes are built to look like Italian homes or whatever. But this isn't for everyone. And a lot of people will take a look at this and say, this all's got to go. And so I don't, in this price point, I can't stress enough how important it is to redo those bathrooms and kitchens in a way that is sleeker than what we were putting in these homes in 2000. Okay. This looks like the primary. I want to see the primary bathroom. And here we have red marble everywhere and red granite. And for a lot of people, and all of this glass and mirrors, a lot of people, this is not going to fly. So we're just going to have to take a look. I do like that closet though. Oh, I saw the biggest closet this weekend. I'll have to post that on social media. It is the largest closet I've ever seen. And it still needed some work, but it was still a big old closet. This looks like a dressing room, but I'm not. Oh, no, no, no. That looks like an elevator. The movie room, pool. So this is a great, I mean, look, it's a lot of house for the money. Let's just face it. 8,629 square feet, but it's at the top of the game when it comes to price per square foot. And when you're looking at all these other homes on the market, and there's at least 2 or 3 others, no, 3, maybe even 4 now, and close to 5 that have swimming pools, you might be working on a price reduction, but we might have to just take a look and see what happens in the next couple of weeks. I've written an offer on a house in Firethorn, so maybe there'll be one under contract soon that I've had experience with. But it's just a really interesting neighborhood. I like looking at all sorts of pricing of houses. I've got a house that's closing today, hopefully, that is it's in a neighborhood sort of at the corner of 485 and like Albemarle Road, and an investor is purchasing it, and it appears like the neighborhood is getting ready to put in some rental restrictions for any homes that close once they put these restrictions into effect. Well, I've got an investor buying this property, so we're trying to get it closed today to make sure that we get it recorded before those things go into effect. So there's just a lot of moving parts in my life right now. I've got 2 new houses coming on the market, and both of them are interesting situations, completely different situations, but interesting situations. And we're staying pretty busy. So if you're thinking about looking in Firethorn, give me a call. I've been there a lot in the last few weeks. I've seen most of the homes on the market there. Really, really interesting market in that just little enclave, and looks like I'm sorry, my internet just blipped. So it's just been an interesting it's just been interesting to be in that neighborhood and take a look at the homes. None of them are perfect. There's never a perfect home. There's always something, but these homes that are built in 2000 up to 2012, a lot of them need a lot of updating. And to get that maximum price per square foot, I think that's what's going to have to happen with all of them. So, all right, well, that's what I got for you today. I got to go to Hartsville today. I've got another closing in Charlotte. So I'm going to have a busy day, and I've got to go over to the Concord, Harrisburg area and take a look at a house with some clients, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But it's been a busy week, and I hope to take the weekend off because I've worked for the last 18 days or so. But I hope that this has been informative to you. If you have any questions about anything that you're thinking about with the real estate market, whether you're thinking about buying or selling, I'd love to talk to you. My cell number is 704-617-0847. You can always shoot me a text if you get my voicemail. Catch me on the web at annruddgroup.com. And if you want to sign up for my weekly newsletter, let's head on over to charlottemarketbuzz.com, CLTMARKETBUZZ.com. I'd love to hear from you. I hope you have a great Thursday. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning. Make it a great one. Bye.